Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is just a little video to show you about preparation when you're doing work on your bike. Doesn't matter whether it's an engine or a gearbox or a wheel bearing or a brake caliper. Preparation is 90% of the key to a good outcome on any job you do on your bike. This bike belongs to Paul, who works here at the Boxer Works with me, and it's his R100 GSPD that is overdue for an engine rebuild. So it's getting an engine and a gearbox and a few other things done while we've got it in bits. And I just thought I'd show you some of the things that you come across daily and some of the things that perhaps you should consider when you're prepping an engine. We see lots of them clean and shiny and beautiful here, but not here. They're covered in goo. Preparation is about 90% of the outcome that you're going to get on any job you do. Careful measurement to make sure things are in spec is another one. Marking up and systems are another one, so that what we do is we have a very simple marking system that we use here, which I've touched on before, and that shows us or keeps us in the guidelines of order and perspective of things that we are doing at any particular time. It makes sure that we check everything properly and that it goes back together in a correct sequence. Very important to me. You can see here the kind of level of preparation that goes into the flanges where the engine barrels mount, and down here into the pushrod rubber receptacles where the pushrod tubes go in. We spend a lot of time cleaning. Around the corner here, now this is still a work in process, but we are about to put a new timing chain on here, and if you look under there you can see a red dot and a red mark sticking down out of the top drive sprocket there that runs on the crankshaft. That drives the timing chain. That there is the camshaft. We mark them like that. We mark rockers, barrels, bolts, everything we take out we mark in a particular way so we can identify what side it comes from and what hole. So we put them back in exactly the same place. This little blanking bolt here is one of the things that holds the front timing cover on, but it also covers a hole in the crankcase which is bored through, and that hole there where my finger is runs right along the top here, drilled right through to the back of about here, and in there they then drill up. There's your oil feed holes there. You can see them. Now this one here is the one that had the very worn valve on the cylinder head I showed the other day, and the reason it had a worn valve was that it had a helicoil put in it. There's nothing wrong with that helicoil. It's a full depth helicoil into the casting for the front main bearing. I'll just try and get that back in focus. But when they put it in, the helicoil wasn't over the hole, but they'd actually dinged the hole with a drill or something as they were taking it out, and it was a slit, not a hole. We found that when we were trying to prove the cleanliness of the block. I'm just going to get Paul to squirt this stuff down here now so you can see what actually happens. See that? So by the time we've finished doing that and cleaning it and prepping it on every block, every hole, it's hard to fill that up and get pressure in there, but there you are. You've got a clear run out of there now.
Or we can go this way.
And you can go back up the other way and check your flow through there and that all the crap's out of your oil deliveries. That's the biggest single problem you're going to have with your engine. When you use goop and silicon and stuff like that, what's going to happen is some of it's going to get in there and block up those holes, and as soon as you do that you don't get feel to your oil feed to your rocker gear. Then you have needles dropping out and getting sucked up in the sump, and it just gets worse from there. So very simple. Preparation, systems. If you take something apart and you're doing it for the first time, photograph it, mark it. We bought a yellow pen and a red pen. It's simple. Yellow goes on the left, red on the right. They're both bright colours that you can see. We number the studs instead of bits of tape, and it all wipes off with a rag and carby cleaner as you reassemble the engine. It's not that hard. But if you don't spend more time preparing it than you do assembling it, you won't get the result. It's as simple as that. Ride safely, stay well.